Okay, I think that should be enough. Hello everybody, this is Alex from soyachincha.com. As Malaysia reopens safely, one of the key measures to manage the pandemic, besides the vaccination of course, is to conduct regular self-testing. And we have a total of 6 self-test kits at different price points. And I'm going to try all of them out, give my thoughts, and hopefully this will help you decide which self-test kit to get. So let's talk about what are self-test kits. Essentially, these are do-it-yourself rapid antigen tests, which you can do it at home. And they are fairly cheap, and you can get results almost immediately. But of course, there are some limitations as well. These test kits are effective during your most contagious period. So beyond that, if it's too early or too late, you might get a false positive or false negative. And of course, the gold standard will be the RT-PCR test, which is conducted at certified health clinics as well as labs. And of course, the PCR test can be very intrusive. You had to get a very deep nose swab as well as another throat swab, and that costs about 200 ringgit. And the results, you need to wait at least 24 hours to get the results, which can take a long time. When the first self-test kits were approved in Malaysia, they cost 39 ringgit and 90 cents. And after that, the government has introduced a lower ceiling price of 19 ringgit and 90 cents. At the time recording, the Medical Device Authority has approved over 80 self-test kits, and that's the reason why you can see more affordable options in the market. So what do you need to get started? First, you need a table. No, I'm serious, you need a clean table. Ideally, you should sanitize the table, and of course, you need to sanitize your hand. You can wash your hands with soap for 20 seconds or use a hand sanitizer like this. And of course, the test comes in different methods. Some uses a nose sample, some uses a throat sample, some requires both, and some even give you the option to choose whether it's a mouth or nose sample. And most of the tests, they might require you to fast at least 30 minutes before the test. So ideally, you don't drink, don't smoke, don't eat at least 30 minutes before that. I think you can drink water, but please read instructions carefully because not all tests are the same. So first up is the Salixium test kit, and this costs about 7 to 8 ringgit around there, and I got this online. And this test kit uses 2 samples. It uses a saliva as well as a nasal swab, so 2-in-1 test. I like this because I've been using this for quite a while. It has a very user-friendly app, and you also have the option to get a certificate for RTK kit using the teleconferencing method. So let's open this up. Okay. It's a string wrap. So inside, these are the swabs. You have the solution. You have the cartridge. So this way you need to drip the mixed solution, bunch of manuals, and a couple of bags to store your used samples. And that's pretty much it. And here's the instruction. One thing about Salixium is that they actually come with an app which gives you a step-by-step guide on how to do the test. And each product comes with a QR code on the box as well as the cartridge, so that you can certify that this is official, and you can actually record your results in the app. So first turn this around, and you see that this has like a tube holder at the back. So the first instruction will be take out the solution, and it comes with like a cover that acts as a dripper. And then put it here, right through here. And then next is to get a sample. Make sure you open it at the right side because you don't want to contaminate the bristles. So you should open from this side, and it's indicated here. So first we're going to do the mouth. So for Salixium, I need to do 5 swabs on the left, right, and top. So let's get started. Okay, that's my first sample. Put it in. Forgot to mention that you should avoid touching your teeth and gums. Okay, the next swab will be the nose sample. So unlike the PCR test, which is very intrusive, it's very deep, for this rapid test kit, we just need to have a 2cm swab just about here. So as long as you don't see the bristles, I think you should be good to go. 5 swabs on each side, left and right nostrils. Okay, let's do it. Next nostril. Alright, so put it right in. So give it a good mix. Rotate it. It says here stir it 10 times, and to get a good sample, squeeze the bristles so that you get most of the mixture of your saliva and nostrils inside the tube. Dispose this in the provided bag and then use the provided cover to close it up. And you need to squeeze and mix. And the final bit is to open up the cartridge. So this is a cartridge. So what you see here is there are two areas. So this way you can read the results, T and C. So if you're negative, you should see a single bar. So this is where you're going to drip your samples with the mixed solution, and you're going to wait for the liquid to go up, and you're going to see the results here. So it's C, which means you're negative. If it's T, it's actually you're positive. And if anything else, that means the test is invalid and you need to repeat the test. 2 drops into the cartridge. Turn this outside and drop two drops. 1, 2. Alright, I think I did more than 2, but I think that should be okay. And you just gotta wait. This might take 15 minutes. Alright, I can see the C, so I'm negative. So the results are out and you can see the marker at C. That means I'm negative. Phew! One thing I like about Salixium is that it comes with an app which allows you to save your test results. So the app just requires you to scan the QR code on the box like this and then fill up your details. If you don't know how to use a self-test kit, they actually provide a step-by-step guide, which is pretty handy. Since I've done it, I can just hit on skip. And the next step is to scan the QR code that's attached to the cartridge. Success! And one thing cool about this is that the app uses AI to determine whether you're positive or negative. So it uses a camera to take a picture and it will actually analyze the results. Processing image. Artificial intelligence engine is interpreting results. Alright, so the result is interpreted by AI engine as negative. Is this correct? Yes. Are you sure it's correct? Okay. Success. So that's it. And you can get a certificate. Next, we have the Gmate that's made in Korea, and this is the most expensive kit on our list. It costs about 14 to 17 ringgit, and we got this online. And this uses a saliva test, so only your saliva samples. Let's check it out. All right, less stuff compared to Salixium because it's a saliva test, and it only comes in 3 things here. You get the cartridge, the container with the solution for the self-test kit, and also a paper manual. If you want a video guide, there's actually a QR code which you can scan to get like a video instructions. So open the container. Alright, open this and then connect the funnel on top. And the next step is to spit your saliva until it reaches 1/2 of the reagent container. 1/2. Okay, this is going to be a bit disgusting. Okay, so I think it's about 1/2, but it's a lot of bubbles though. Let me just spit one more time for good measure. Okay, remove the funnel. Oh, it's disgusting. And then I think I'm gonna dump this first. And then close with a cap. Oh my god, it's quite tough. Alright, it's in. I got some spit in my hands. Okay, squeeze and shake the mix. Squeeze 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake for 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
And then put it in here. Then next is open the test kit. Drop 4 drops of the mixed reagent. Okay, let's just open this first. So this is how the cartridge looks like for the Gmate. Alright, time's up. Now it's time to drip. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be it. So if the test result is only showing C, it's negative. If both C and T is showing, is positive. And anything else is invalid. So okay, no T, so that's a good sign. Now just waiting for the bar for C. Alright, so it's negative. So you can see here is C, so it's negative. Well, I think it's much simpler compared to Salixium. The only thing to note is that it's a bit messy. You want to mess with your saliva and the funnel. Other than that, I think it's easier to use, straightforward. And yeah, next. So next we have the old test kit. So this is the most affordable test kit in the market. So Gmate was selling this for like 6 ringgit 60 cent, and recently 99 Speedmart has announced that they're offering this for 4 ringgit and 90 cent, less than 5 ringgit for a test kit. So let's check it out. And this is an oral fluid, so I think it's going to be quite similar to the Gmate. Let me just open this box. You get a biohazard bag, quite similar to the Gmate. You have like a funnel, you have the cartridge, and also the manual. Okay, instructions a bit smaller, not as clear as Gmate. Step 1, remove the funnel and plastic tube. Okay. Oh, okay, this looks different. It's a bit more flimsy. It's quite soft material. Oh, and the liquid is not included in the tube, so you need to do it manually. First step would be remove the funnel plastic tube, feed the funnel into the tube, deeply cough 3 to 5 times. Gently spit out oil fluid to the funnel. Until where? Oh, until the scale line. The instruction is not so clear, so you gotta read it properly. It's not as clear as the rest. So you need to spit until the scale line down here. Okay, it's not there yet. I think that should be enough. Okay, let me just put this here in the tube holder. So the difference here is that you need to pour in the solution into the tube. Compared to the rest, it's already included inside the tube. Twist, where do I twist? It's not written clearly. It'd be great if there's a visual instruction, but they didn't provide. So okay, let me just tear this. I think this should be the right way. Tear it here. Alright. Alright. And then what's next? Okay, close the thing. Let me just clear this up first. Oh, I'm supposed to remove the funnel first, but it's okay, it's all in already. And then close the tube. Squeeze for 10 to 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next would be to open the cartridge. So this is the cartridge design for the old test. And the instruction says to put 2 drops of the solution. Alright. 1, 2. Okay, I think that should be it. So if the marker is only showing a C, it's negative. If you see lines on both C and T, that means you're positive. If you only get T, that means the test is invalid. Please give me a C. All tests, negative. All tests is pretty easy to use. My only complaint is that the instructions is not clear enough. Ideally, if they have provided more illustrations, that will be helpful. And of course, the quality of the test instruments, like the funnel and the tube, I think it's a bit flimsy, but it works. And the only thing that you need to take note is that you need to pour the solution manually. So compared to the other 2 tests, the solution is already included inside the tube with a sealant. So just peel it up and you're good to go. So that's the difference here. You need to pour the solution into the tube manually. Other than that, it's quite similar to the Gmate. And for the price, I can't complain. Cheap and good. Okay, next we have another affordable option. It's by Beright, and this is also an oral fluid test. And wait a minute, it's also made by Hangzhou Old Test Biotech Company, so a similar factory as the previous test, which cost about 490 cents. So let's find out what's different. You have the cartridge, you have the manual, and you have the test kit. Very similar to the old test. So you have the biohazard bag, and wait a minute, this looks exactly the same as old tests. The only difference is that you get an alcohol swab. It's identical. And you also have the separate solution that comes in this tear pack. So let's just check the manual. Hey, wait a minute, it's exactly the same manual. Okay, let me just take the old test for comparison. It's the same thing! So this costs like 1 or 2 ringgit more expensive, and yeah, same instruction manual. Everything's the same except that you get this alcohol swab. Remove the funnel and the tube from the bag. Deep cough 3 to 5 times. And then spit into the fluid, into the funnel until this line. Yeah, I said excluding the bubble. Let me just put this in the tube holder first. And of course, I'll remove this funnel. Yuck. Let me just put this in the bag first and then pour it in. Yeah, this should be the right way. In the previous oil test, I poured the solution in with the funnel. Close it with a cap and then give it a good 10 to 15 squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, put it here, and then time to open the cartridge. Okay, the cartridge looks a bit different. So it comes with this black border. Add 2 drops of the solution into the specimen. 1, 2. Okay, that should be enough. I noticed that in the instructions, there's no mention about this alcohol swab pad. So I think this is basically like a free gift to clean up after you finish the test. So similar to the old test, if you get a marker on C, that means you're negative. If you get a marker in C and T, that means you're positive. Anything else is invalid test. And you should read the results at 15 minutes. And don't read the results after 20 minutes. It's getting clearer. I see the C marker. It's getting clearer. Okay, after 15 minutes, you can see that the marker for C is very clear. So that means it's a negative. Alright, next we have Lyher. This is another self-test kit, and this time is using the nose swab. Okay, finally, I'm so sick of spitting already. So it's a different test right now, so this uses a nasal swab. And yeah, it looks like there's an app as well. And this Lyher is actually quite affordable. It's priced about 5 to 6 ringgit online. So it's quite close to the other 2 tests that I tested earlier. Okay, let's open up. And you get the solution that's already mixed inside the tube. You have the cartridge. You also get this bag that contains the biohazard bag again. And you also have a swab. Looks more like a cotton bud. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, yes, like an envelope. Alcohol pad. This is like the dropper thingy. And the instructions. Oh, okay, you got, wow, there's a lot of documentation inside here. Okay, you have more documentations. You also get a certificate of inspection and manual in BM. What's this? Oh, okay, now I get it. So this test kit, right, gives you an option to go for either a nasal swab or an oral fluid. So it's 2 in 1. You can choose either one. So if you want to take the saliva sample, you got to spit into this bag here, and then you have to use this dropper to extract the fluid out and then put into the tube. And then the rest is the same. And for the nasal swab, you just need to open up this bristle brush cotton bud thingy, do a few swabs in the nose, and then drop in the sample. I think I've done enough of saliva tests already, so I'm gonna take the nasal swab instead. First, you need to get this tube out, peel the seal. Okay, I think I got the instruction mixed up. Come on, guys. I mean, if you look at the card here, right, it says step 1 to open up the tube, right? But in fact, the correct way is to get a swab first. What is this? Okay, here's another problem. It didn't tell you how many times you need to swab. It's not mentioned. The instruction's not clear at all. Okay, let me just read the BM instructions. Let me just open this pack. Put inside your nose, 2 to 4 centimeters, and then swab it for 7 to 10 seconds. I think that should be enough. Next nose. Okay, I think that should be enough. Put it inside this tube. Squeeze 10 to 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need to stand it for 1 minute. Oh wait, stand for 1 minute first before cover the dropper tip. What? Okay, the instruction here is quite confusing, to be honest. Okay, after 1 minute, cover the dropper tip. Number 5, do not open the test kit until it reaches room temperature. What? What do you even mean? You know what? Screw the English instructions. Let me just look at the BM one. Okay, open the cartridge. Leave it on a flat surface. So this is the cartridge for this Lyher. So instructions is to drop 3 droplets. Okay, let me do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be enough. So similar to the rest, if I get C, it's negative. If you get C and T, it's positive, and everything else is not valid. Okay, I'm seeing it. I can see the bar on C, so the marker is quite clear. So after 15 minutes, you can see that the marker for C is very clear. So this is a negative result. So this Lyher gives you the option to use a nasal or saliva sample. I think it's pretty versatile, but my only complaint is that the instructions is not very clear. Like for example, on this card, it didn't actually give you the proper instructions on how you take the nasal swab. It didn't mention how many times you need to swab, for how long, how deep. So that's not clear, and I need to refer to the BM instructions. So if they improve the manual, I think this is this is a pretty good product. Just that the instructions could be better. Oh, one more thing is that this Lyher test, it has an app where you can use to record your test results. You just need to install an app that's called TD Labs, register, and then you can record your test. So you can see here, you can choose Lyher, RTK antigen, scan the QR code, and with the app, you can just submit your results and also upload a picture, and then just hit confirm. And that's it, you can send for verification. Alright, the final test. Diacegene. I can't pronounce this. Diacegene. I think D-I-A-C-E gene. Alright, so it didn't mention what type of test, but from the picture it looks like it's another nasal swab. So let's get right in. Okay, you get the bristle for the nose. You get the cartridge, bunch of manuals. And the solution. And this is a nasal swab, so it's only for your nose sample. And instructions quite clear, as you can see here. Straightforward, clear illustration. So first step is to poke the liquid bottle. Next would be nose swab sampling. Alright, it didn't mention how many times I need to swab. Okay, instructions could be better. I think they can specify in this illustration guide. Okay, let me open this sample first, this brush. So 5 times on both sides. Alright, let me just do that. Next one. Okay, squeeze the nasal swab into the inner wall. Okay, I think I didn't punch a hole big enough. It's a bit too small. Okay, let me just make some bigger. Alright, there you go. Okay, stir 10 to 20 times. Close to the inner wall of the tube. Gently shake the tube up and down 2 to 3 times to dissolve the sample. You should squeeze the wall to extract as much sample as possible. Okay, I think that should be it. Unlike the rest, there's no place for me to hold the thing, so I need to put it on a flat surface. Okay, I need to use this contraption here to cover the top. Okay, there you have it. Okay, that's how you do it. Shake up and down 2 to 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Is that how you count? 1, 2, 3. Alright, once it's done, okay, then next step would be, okay, open the cassette here. Okay, so here's the cartridge. Oh, it's much longer. Looks like a pregnancy test. This is the longest cartridge among the test kits, I believe. Oh, okay, so you need to remove the cap here. Ah, there you go. I think this should be explained clearer. So there's actually like a cap here. So this doubles up as a dropper as well. Okay, so this is the actual dropper, okay? and the instruction is to drop 3 to 4 into the cassette. Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3. Should I do 4? Wow, why not? 4 drops. All right, so wait for 15 minutes. So if you see T and C marker, that means it's positive. You just see C, that is negative. This is odd because the rest have the letters facing me, but now it's the other way around, it's upside down. So we need to wait for 15 minutes for this. Okay, I'm seeing it. Wow, this is quite high res. I mean, the line is much sharper here. After 15 minutes, you can see clearly that the markers on C, so that's negative. I think this is the clearest reader here among the rest. It's quite sharp, it's quite clear. C. So this is a negative. I think this is quite an interesting kit. I mean, you have this cartridge that has a very clear reading, so there's no doubts that this is a negative or positive. So I like this, it's very sharp. And this construction here is actually quite unique, just that the instructions is a bit not clear. I think they can improve on the instructions so that more people will get this right from the start. But other than that, I think, yeah, it's an interesting kit and it's less than 10 ringgit. Yeah, good one. Alright, so we've tested all 6 test kits. They are very different. Some uses both a nose and mouth swab. Some requires you to spit. Some gives you option to do spit and nose, and some just give you the nose option. Personally, I think Salixium has a more refined product because you have a proper packaging, you have clear instructions, there's actually a step-by-step guide in the app, and there's an option for you to upload the results in a smartphone as well. And if you want to have a proper certificate in MySejahtera, they do have that option through the Salixium method, where you pay like 5 ringgit and you can do like a teleconference call to verify your results. And they'll issue a certificate in the MySejahtera app. So that's pretty neat. In terms of the affordable options, I think the old test is pretty good. For 4 ringgit 90 cents, despite being a bit flimsy, I think it's great. It's simple to use. I think there's less things to go wrong by just using one method. Because the Salixium, I think there's more room for errors, especially if you want to give it to your elderly parents or people who really can't follow instructions. So I think the spitting option is actually quite simple and straightforward. And I think the most honorable mention is this Diacegene, Diacegene. Well, it has a unique looking packaging here. It's a nose swab. I think nose swab for me is easy to use, less messy, and it's quite simple. And you can get this for less than 10 ringgit. And I think it's an alternative option if you want to have like a one-step way to test without spitting. And of course, whether your test result is positive or negative, please report it in the MySejahtera app. You just go to the home screen, tap on COVID-19 test, and you can actually declare your result and submit the details, because we need all the test results to better reflect the positivity rate of the COVID-19 test in Malaysia. If you plan to travel overseas, most countries would require you to have a proper PCR test that's conducted at the health lab. So this kind of rapid self-test kits does not count. So you need to go to the lab to test it out and spend that 200 ringgit. And I've always recommended everyone to have a self-test before you travel interstate or going back to your hometown for balik kampung, or maybe after or before attending a large-scale event, just to keep yourself safe. Because in a new normal, it's recommended that you perform the TRIS, which is to test, report, isolate, and inform your close contact, and to seek for medical attention if it gets very serious. So this is what we need to do to keep ourselves and our community safe. So that's it, we've tested 6 test kits. So which one do you prefer, and tell us why in the comment section down below. As always, stay safe and test yourself regularly. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, like us on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe us on our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you'll be informed about future videos. This is Alex from soyachicha.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next one. Bye!